Yeah, you already know who it is. King of Philly. You already know who I'm rocking with. Mikey T, the movie star. Are you a movie star? Probably not, but Mikey T is.
Yeah, so I went and I talked to the guys. I talked to all the guys about the story of Cassidy facing off with Little Rucky, and they all really remembered it.
Yeah.
They remembered Rucky as a pretty crazy guy.
They all said the same thing I said.
Of course, they did.
Absolutely.
But another thing is starting to come to the light. It's you were doing some battling.
Yeah, absolutely.
You actually battled my son?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where were you then? What was that? Take me
That
back
was
to
in
that.
Def Jam. I had a meeting up at Def Jam with Chris Lighty. Mike Lighty. And yeah, me and my son battle. That's my guy, man. My son was hard, man.
Definitely.
He was hard. You know what I mean?
You put them bars on you, Gil?
Nah. I mean, he was spitting some shit, but I won. You know what I mean? That's my guy, though. My son always had rap. You know what I mean? That definitely wasn't no doubt about it. He always could rap. You know what I'm saying? He always been nice with it.
How did they pitch you guys against each other? Was it in like a boardroom or something?
Yeah, it was like I just went up there to meet with Mike. I got in there. You know, Fendi was in there at the time. Fendi had managed Red Cafe, Gravy, and Q, which was known as Franchise. And he asked me to rap. I spit. He asked me to rap again. I spit. Just so happened, I think his name was Tone. He was Mike's manager. He walked past the room. The door was open. Fendi seen him. And just was like, I don't even think Fendi knew I don't even know. Like literally Fendi, I had knew Fendi for about 7 minutes. And when he walked past the room, he said, bet that money right now. Bet that money today. I'm betting on him. He didn't even know my name. Tone was like, all right, cool. Then we went to they got the whole Def Jam. We went to this big conference room. As we walk into the conference room, the elevator opened. Jay and Dame got off the elevator. And then everybody lost their mind. Yeah, y'all gotta come see this. Y'all gotta be the judges. They came in there, Dame and Jay judged it, and that's how it went.
That sounds like some shit, Gil. Is there anybody else you actually remember battling along those lines?
Juelz Santana.
Are you serious? You actually battled Juelz Santana?
He wasn't Juelz Santana. He was part of something like the Dream Team or something like that, the A-Team or something. So he wasn't with Cam'ron. And I was in I think it was Priority Office. They brought him in. They used to try to get me knocked off up there, but it never happened. They brought in Billy Bathgate. They used to run in a lot of guys to try to knock me off up there. But see, back then guys got on by rapping. That was the era you could see Puff after a concert. Yo, Puff, let me spit for you. You rap something right there. You see the paperwork going through tomorrow. Like, oh, let me sign it. Let's start this paperwork tomorrow. You know, it's a little different now.
Definitely, man. And, I wish well to Juelz Santana. He got caught up in some shit. Something I actually wanted to ask you about a few months ago. Like, what's up with all these rappers mistakenly bringing, like weapons and drugs to the airports?
Hey, man, so you gotta be on point, man. You can lose a year, 2 years of your life from a mistake. And when you go into court, they ain't trying to hear that shit was a mistake. They like, no, nigga, you're lying. You got caught. That's all. Wasn't no mistake. You got caught. So, it is what it is, man.
I mean, P.D. Pablo had a gun at the airport. They gave him 3 years in jail. I mean, you'd be there. You're there, Gil. You're pulling up to the airport. You figure there's a gun in your book bag. You mistakenly. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you just bounce? Go back to the air?
I mean, well, maybe they ain't know. Yeah.
And you called me shot out.
Yeah.
That's some of the most shot out shit I ever heard.
It is. But it's like this. If I got a gun and I said, let me throw this drink in my suitcase real quick. Then I get a call, I gotta go somewhere, and then I just throw some clothes in my suitcase and just bounce, and the gun's still in my suitcase. I forgot it was in there. You know what I mean?
Okay, so the gun, all right. How about all the oxycodone going? Oxycodone.
Well, them niggas know that they know the drugs is with them. Like, because why would you just stash drugs in your bag for days?
Maybe they had too much. You know what I mean? Stash some here, and I got a handful of one pocket.
So they know what they doing. You know what I mean? They just got caught.
Gil, you know, the other day I was brushing over some of the music, and I noticed you had a record with Black Youngsta.
Yeah.
Can you tell me how that record came about?
I mean, I met Black Youngsta. He was a cool nigga, man. You know what I mean? Down to earth nigga. You know, and he said, OG, send me a record whenever you're ready for me. I sent him the record, and he did what real ones do, man. He sent it back. So shout out to Black Youngsta, man. You always good with me, my guy.
What do you think about the way that he broke onto the scene? It's kind of unlike anybody else, I think.
I think he was intelligent. He was being him. He didn't care about what nobody... See, a lot of people fall victim to caring about what people think about him. Black ain't care about what people thought about him. He said, I'm just going to be me. I'm a nigga that's crazy. I'm shot out. You know, I do anything at any time. And at the same time, I'm enjoying life. So that's all he did.
So Youngsta has, like, all this money, throwing all this money, like, similar to Ralo. How do you differ from these two? Like you said before in the interview, like, you can't be on the gram doing that if you ain't really moving units.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think he ever got caught up in no drug shit, though. I think Ralo might have got caught up or something to that aspect.
Oh, in the past?
Yeah, something. Well, you know, I read on something where they said, I don't know how true it is, but the feds or something had raided a plane, a private jet or something to that aspect. And so, you know, but I don't know the situation. But, you know, if you live an illegal life, I wasn't necessarily even talking about Ralo. I'm just saying if you live in the illegal life, you don't want to be on the gram flashing money. You don't want to be doing those type of things, drawing unnecessary attention to you when you can't provide where the money is coming from. So, you know, shout out to Ralo, man. But I just was giving game on hustlers, period.
Word, real talk. So you finally saw the situation. You finally clicked on something and seen it in the news reports about Ralo.
Mm-hmm.
And now you know a lot of people.
They say he about to come home.
Exactly. Now a lot of people are saying that he's going to come home after just 1 year later. Being that you were in a similar situation, do you think it's fathomable that Ralo will come home after getting caught with 500 pounds on a jet?
I mean, when you got good lawyers, they gotta find you guilty, man. I mean, when you got bad lawyers, you're already guilty. When you got good lawyers, they gotta find you guilty. So maybe it's something technical in there where he won on a technicality. You know, you never know.
The technicality they're actually saying is that there was no warrants to search the jet.
Well, that's a technicality.
You know, I just can't believe that somebody would be able to come home a year later. You know, I don't personally believe it. I hope he comes home soon. He was one of my favorite artists, but I mean, Gil, you getting caught with 80 pounds and you were out a week later and beat it.
I didn't get caught with 80 pounds. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I bailed out. And I fought it from the streets. And God willing, I beat it.
That's right. They're not giving these new guys that are facing like several of these crimes, they're not giving them the opportunity to bail out.
Yeah, well.
Bobby Shmurda, they didn't let him bail out.
Well, he had guns involved. You know, when you got guns involved, that's a whole different element.
They didn't let Tekashi bail out, offered $3 million.
Guns involved. Racketeering charges, stuff like that. None of that was on me.
And Ralo, and they denied Ralo's bail like 3 times. Federal case?
I don't know his case, so I don't, you know what I mean?
Your case wasn't federal, was it?
No.
All right, so that might be a predicament of it, crossing the state lines, making it federal.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.